The worst thing that can happen to any young person is after praying, after working hard, after saving up money, to start a venture that will give you that breakthrough in life. Then, when that breakthrough comes, you waste that opportunity. You allow all the funds to go down the drains. Now, this happens because, number one, a lot of people don't understand the operations of a business. They don't understand how to set up a business and how to run a business. And two, they are significantly ignorant about business loopholes. In today's episode, we want to talk about 3 business loopholes that every young person who has been trusting God, who has been working hard for a big breakthrough, has to pay close attention to. We'll start with the 3rd loophole, which is called the financial loophole. Now, I can tell you that finance is the lifeline of any business, any venture. After you've struggled to save up money, after you've struggled tirelessly, working day and night to start that business, you throw all your efforts down the drain by financial mismanagement. I see this happens a lot of times. There's lifestyle inflation. A lot of people that want to start, they want the aesthetics. The moment they register their company, the moment they start something, they are so distracted by the title, the fanciful title of a CEO. Now, when they start thinking like a CEO, they start thinking, I need a new car, I need to look posh, I need to look panache. They start emphasizing more on the aesthetics. They are more concerned about the outward. Now, what I can tell you as a young person that have run several businesses, when you start business at the initial stage, you have to be extremely frugal. For that business to survive, you have to be extremely disciplined and frugal in terms of your spending and expenses. This is where a lot of young people miss it. They have trust God for a large sum of money, but the moment they have it, they start squandering that money. The other day, me and my friend were having a conversation about grants, and I've said that grants have destroyed the entrepreneurial spirit in Sierra Leone totally. Because people know that they have access to free money. Because they know they can easily write a business plan, they can make a pitch deck, and then they have $5,000, $10,000. Then there's really no financial knowledge how to manage that finance. A lot of people have been frustrated because they lack financial literacy. So as a young person, if you are trusting God for a big breakthrough, the first loophole you have to solve is financial literacy. That financial loophole. Understand how to make money. Understand how to multiply money. Diverse source of income. Diversify your asset management classes investment. Invest in real estate. Invest in treasury bills. Invest in stock and shares. Invest in yourself. Invest in multiple portfolios which can give you a maximum return on investment and which can mitigate losses. Because this is where a lot of young people miss it. The moment they have that money, all they're thinking about is spending. Now, this goes back to what we have been saying in several episodes, the conditioning. Africans are wired in such a way that the moment they start making money, they want to show it to the community. The moment they start earning some amount of money, they want to show that they have arrived. This is often also a testament of people that come from a poor background. Because you come from a poor background, now that you have made a little breakthrough in life, you want to announce it. So you start spending recklessly. So when you just landed $10,000 grant for their business, and the moment that money reaches their account, the first thing that you're thinking about, even if it's the first deposit, how can I get a car? I need to show my village people that I've suffered all this while, and I need to make a statement. I need to come up sharp. This is where a lot of people miss it. This is where a lot of people have squandered their money because they have not paid close attention to this financial loophole. Now, the second loophole is called the legal loophole. Many people have become slave to contract. Many people have signed documents, entered into business dealings with people they have not fully understand the terms and conditions of. I heard about a particular lady in an African country who grew her business into a 5.2 billion pounds valuation. 5.2 billion pounds. But that lady was easily bought away in her own business because she did not know the legal framework. She did not know that there was a contract, there was a particular clause that existed in that business that can easily remove that from that business. A lot of young people, the moment they start making money, they start entering into agreements, contracts that they don't even have a clue. My standing recommendation for you, if you are running a business in Sierra Leone, is for you to have a basic paralegal education. Now, you don't have to go to law school or you don't even have to have an LLB for you to understand the rudiments of a contract. What is an offer? What is also an acceptance? You have to understand how to draft basic contracts, understand basic clause terminologies, and even if possible, go to the extent to understand the statutory instruments and the legal frameworks that exist regarding your business. Understand every act about registering your business, running a business. Also understand all the acts, the policies, every law that exists regarding tax paying. Understand all these things, because this is so important. A lot of young people miss it. They will start a good venture and immediately they start making money. A lot of these things will come back to fight them. That's a loophole that will make all your capital to be lost in the process. And for a lot of young people who have been trusting, they have been working hard for that big breakthrough, the moment they fumble, the moment they squander that opportunity might never come back to them. So as a young person, I'm telling you now, have a basic paralegal education. Understand about the terms, understand about the acts, understand about the laws that exist regarding running a business. And the second thing I can tell you is that you also have to seek legal consultation. Ask a certified lawyer, ask somebody who operates in a particular business sector. Seek professional and legal advice from a company lawyer or somebody who understands running a business and who can advise you properly regarding contract, indemnification, tax paying, and all essential legal frameworks, which is going to help you and going to save you a lot of time so that you don't squander that big opportunity the moment it lands. Now, the first loophole which I will talk about, and I always say this, is that a lot of people fumble is because they lack structure in business. A lot of people don't know how to register their business. They don't know if it's sole proprietorship. They don't know if it's a company limited by liability. They have no clue. They are running a business just because they are skilled at that thing, just because they have a business idea. They have never registered that business idea. This is going to cause you to miss out on big opportunities that will come your way later on. Maybe you're running a local printing press and then you can make quality t-shirts, you can make quality printing. But what you don't know is that somebody out there will easily recommend you, maybe to UNICEF or big agency, who require to print 5,000 t-shirts, who require to print 10,000 certificates they want to issue out to African children and their projects. But if you lack the registration document, if you lack tax compliance, if you're not registered with NRA, you don't have a TIN number, if you're not registered with NACIT, you are going to miss out on that opportunity. You can also not be able to raise capital. Bank will see you as a huge risk, a high risk investment because of the structure of your business. So if you are trusting God, if you are working hard for a big breakthrough, the moment that breakthrough lands, ensure that you register your business correctly. Understand how you register your business, either a limited liability company or a limited liability company by shares. Register it so that it separates this unlimited liability in which your personal asset will not be mixed with the business assets, which also ensures that that business can outlive you, that business can serve as a legacy. Another consideration as well as a young person is for you to understand the operations of a business. Understand what is the value you are offering to the customer. Understand how to market that value and price that value. Get a customer to buy that particular value at a priced amount. Understand also how to deliver that value satisfactorily to a particular customer, and understand also the returns on the investment, how you properly manage the finances, which we spoke about, the financial loophole. Understand financial management. You have to have a firm understanding about this if you are going to ensure that when a big opportunity lands, you don't fumble it, you don't throw it on the floor. As a young person who has run several businesses, one of the things I would tell you is that there are bigger opportunities waiting out there for you. Now, even though we cry about non-existent opportunities, but if you set the structures, growing a business requires patience. That structure is going to pay off later on in the long run. When there are people, when there are opportunities, when there are accommodations coming for you, you will have set those structures, you will have solved those loopholes, you have completely stabilized your business, and then when the big breakthrough happens, you are going to be very thankful later on in life. So as we wrap up this episode, one of the things I can tell you clearly is that you have to continuously invest in yourself. If you are still unsure about what type of business you want to do, invest in getting a skill. Skill acquisition is always going to be a paramount thing in the human capital development. Get a skill, get required certifications, get additional degrees. Invest in yourself to that point that you understand how to run a business, you understand the operations. Maybe you can take a sales and marketing course. Maybe you can take a branding course. Maybe you can also do a product research and development course. Every skill that is required for you to run that business, make sure you master those skills so that when the big breakthrough comes, you don't fumble it. So when the big breakthrough comes, you don't exhaust it, you don't squander it. I wish you the best. I'm rooting for you. I strongly believe there's no better time to have better opportunities than this day and age that we live. You can do so much better if you have the required framework, if you have solved and completely closed all the loopholes that we have spoken about. I wish you the best, and I'll see you next episode. Cheers.